This is the house I live in now, but just 1 year ago, I couldn't even afford rent. How did I manifest this dream home? I'll show you exactly what I did, and it's not what you think. Have you ever stared at a beautiful house and whispered, "One day"? I used to do that all the time, scrolling through real estate listings I couldn't afford, driving by neighborhoods I didn't belong in. I felt like I was on the outside of a life that was meant for someone else. But today, I walk barefoot on my own wooden floors. I sip morning coffee on a sunlit balcony that faces a forest. I didn't win the lottery. I didn't inherit money. I used something far more powerful, my own mind, and I'm going to tell you how I used manifestation to attract my dream home, step by step, and why this story might change how you think about home forever. Let me take you back to my rock bottom. I was in a cramped apartment with moldy walls, paper-thin windows, and a leaky ceiling. Every night, I heard the upstairs neighbor stomping, and every month I played financial Tetris just to pay rent. But I had a vision. It wasn't just a wish, it was a knowing. Deep down, I felt, there is a home that belongs to me. It's already mine in the future. I just have to catch up to it. So I did the only thing I knew how to do. I started acting like it was already real. Every night before bed, I'd close my eyes. I'd imagine the front door. It was teal blue, with a black iron knocker. I'd imagine placing my hand on the knob, turning it, and stepping into a wide, sun-drenched hallway. I imagined the smell, like fresh eucalyptus and wood polish. I imagined a big kitchen with white marble countertops. I imagined where I'd place my plants, where the sun would hit my reading nook, how I'd greet my dog at the door. And here's the wild part. I didn't just see it, I felt it. I felt the joy, the calm, the safety, as if I were already there. That feeling was the fuel. Most people stop at visualization, but this is where manifestation becomes powerful. When you turn it into vibration. I didn't just dream about the house. I started living as if it was coming. I decluttered my apartment, packed boxes as if I was moving soon. I bought a welcome mat with the word home on it. I kept an empty folder labeled Dream House Paperwork. I even baked cookies in the tiny kitchen, imagining it was my future oven. It seemed silly at first, but something in me changed. I started walking differently. I started acting like a homeowner. I carried myself with a strange confidence, a soft certainty. That energy began attracting opportunities. Then things got weird. One day I walked by a bookstore. A real estate magazine fell off a rack. The cover? A house that looked almost exactly like the one in my mind. Another day, my coworker mentioned she knew a guy selling a house out of town. Out of curiosity, I looked it up. It wasn't perfect, but it had the teal door. I smiled. The universe doesn't whisper. It shouts when you're in alignment. I started seeing signs everywhere. License plates that said "Dream," feathers on my doorstep. Repeating numbers, 1111, 444, almost daily. I knew I was on the right track, but then it stalled. I didn't understand why. I was doing everything right, visualizing, journaling, feeling the emotions, but nothing was moving. Until one night, in frustration, I wrote in my journal, "What's blocking my manifestation?" The answer hit me like a brick. "You don't believe you deserve it." That hurt, but it was true. A part of me still felt unworthy, like a house like that was for people with better credit scores or better parents or better lives. So I started healing. I wrote down every reason I deserved a beautiful home. I forgave myself for past money mistakes. I whispered affirmations every morning. I am safe to receive. I am worthy of abundance. Home is not a reward, it's a right. And slowly, I felt the shift. Then one morning, I got a call. A friend of a friend had inherited a property. They didn't want to go through agents. They were looking for someone who would love the home. I visited it. My heart stopped. There it was, the teal door, the exact archway I'd seen in my meditations. The kitchen was different, but even better than I imagined. There was a forest trail behind it, birdsong in the morning, soft light filtering through the living room. I stood on the porch and cried. It was mine. Even before I signed anything, I knew it. I could feel it. But how would I afford it? The seller offered me an off-market deal, way below market value, and they were open to owner financing, no bank needed. The down payment, exactly the amount I had saved to the dollar. I didn't force anything. I didn't hustle. I aligned, and everything aligned with me. I moved in on a full moon, lit a candle in each room, thanked the space, said aloud, "This house is safe. This house is sacred. This house is mine." I played soft music, placed crystals in the corners, hung my welcome home mat, and every day since, I've lived in gratitude. I talk to the house like a friend. I bless it with laughter, music, rest, and dreams. I learned that manifesting isn't magic. It's remembering. It's aligning your inner world so powerfully that the outer world responds. Here's what worked for me: crystal clear vision, feeling it before you see it, living as if, removing inner resistance, letting the universe orchestrate the how, and most importantly, knowing you're worthy. If you're still watching, this is your sign. That house in your heart, it's real. It's waiting. It's calling you. Not just for the walls or windows, but for the life you'll live inside it. The memories, the peace, the mornings in light. Manifestation isn't about wishing. It's about becoming. So become the version of you who already lives in that home. Feel it, see it, be it, and then open the door.